Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be making cream cheese beef enchiladas. This recipe takes 6 necessary ingredients and about 15 minutes of your actual time. So on those super rush days where you're coming home from work and you have minimal time to prep a nice meal for your family prior to rushing off to soccer practice or taekwondo, this is the meal for you. It has a little twist on the recipe with a secret ingredient that virtually takes no extra time and you're gonna love it. So let's get cooking. To start, we're gonna preheat the oven to 325 degrees. And while that is preheating, we are going to start cooking the meat. I'm using 1 pound of ground beef, but you are more than welcome to use ground turkey or ground chicken to avoid red meat or calories. Feel free to add in some onions, green chilies, or diced tomatoes into this mixture while you are cooking it if you want to add a little extra flavor or bulkness, which in turn will end up making even more enchiladas from your batch. If you're looking for something a little spicier, you can always add in some diced jalapenos or a little bit of cayenne pepper. You can also add these ingredients after the meat is done cooking if you prefer having the taste and texture of raw onions or tomatoes. The next clip is going to show me adding taco seasoning to the meat, but it will make it pretty salty, so I highly recommend only using a half pack, if any at all. They are absolutely delicious without the taco seasoning. The enchilada sauce and cream cheese will be flavorful enough. So after you're done cooking the meat, we're going to go ahead and add 1 pack of taco seasoning into the mixture. We're not going to add the water that it calls for. We're just looking for like a flavor blast in the enchiladas, but we don't want them to be too wet and soggy. So this is completely optional. You don't have to add this, but with how quick and easy this recipe is, you're more than welcome to try it both ways and see what one's your favorite, and feel free to leave it in the comments below. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in, and while that simmers on low, we're going to go ahead and make the cream cheese mixture. So to make the cream cheese mixture, you're just going to take 1 pack of softened cream cheese. And if you came home from work and made a last minute decision to make these enchiladas, you can always take cream cheese, put it in a bowl, and stick it in your microwave for 15-second intervals or so to soften it. Just don't let it explode in your microwave. So we're gonna put this in a bowl, and we are going to add a half can of enchilada sauce. You can use red or green. I just really prefer the red. So we're gonna pour half of that in. And we're gonna stir it around till it becomes a soft mixture. So now that we have a nice consistency, we're gonna go ahead and add the meat into the mixture. So now we are ready to fill the tortilla shells and make the enchiladas. How many you get out of this is going to depend on the size baking dish you're using, the size tortilla shells that you're using, and how much you added additional into your meat mixture. If you added onions and tomatoes and jalapenos, you're gonna have more of a base to work with. I am using medium-sized tortilla shells and a 9x13 casserole dish, which needs to be lightly greased. So let's start stuffing them. So with the amount of mixture that I made, I ended up with 6 enchiladas. Now you're gonna go ahead and take the other half can of your enchilada sauce and you're just gonna drizzle it on top of all the enchiladas. And then you're going to top it with the amount and flavor of cheese that you want on them. I am using a Fiesta blend and I'm probably gonna put, I'd say around 2 cups of cheese on top. And this is the time that you would add any additional toppings that you want on it, whether it's olives or onions, tomatoes, anything that you'd want on your enchiladas you can add now. I'm leaving mine simplistic just for the sake of children, and we can add our toppings when it's all cooked and done. So now that they are all prepared, we are going to pop them in the oven for 20 minutes, just enough to soften the shells, heat the sauce, and melt the cheese.
So while we wait for dinner to cook, I feel like the doggies wanted to say hi. Say hi, Diesel. Say hi, Cherry.
So I'm sure you've seen in the background of all of our videos, I have this makeshift picture frame dry erase board that I put inspirational quotes on. And I change them out every couple days just to help inspire my family and my girls. Today's quote is, "Learn as if you will live forever, but live like you will die tomorrow." And that's by Gandhi. So I figured I will start sharing my daily quote with you at the end of every one of my videos. Wish me luck on keeping up with that, but that is my goal, is to start sharing these with you. So I hope this inspires you and you could take something from that. So now that the enchiladas are done, we are going to take them out of the oven and we're going to let them cool for just a couple of minutes before we put all the toppings on. So we are each going to have 3 enchiladas because we have me, the hubby, and 1 kid here tonight. So we're going to cut these into 2 each. So you can go ahead and top the entire tray of enchiladas with the works, but since we like different things, I'm going to go ahead and serve 2 enchiladas on each plate, and I'm going to put toppings that that person likes on their own. The first ones to take out are generally pretty messy and hard to serve, so they never necessarily look the prettiest. That wasn't that bad. So I am serving this with a side of Spanish rice, and I'm going to top mine with some sour cream, a little bit of salsa, and a jalapeno sauce. As you guys can see, this was a very, very simple, easy recipe. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to comment below if you try it with or without the taco seasoning, what kind of toppings you put on it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and on that note, cheers!